beautiful hot summer day scent. Next up we have probably the most hyped up summer scent of the year. I don't know, you tell me, but I fell for the hype, you guys. Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Charlotte. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So today we're going to talk about the fragrances or the perfumes that I reach for the hottest days. I'm talking the days when some people don't even reach for perfume. It's sticky, it's hot, it's muggy, but you still want to smell good. You still want to feel maybe a little bit pretty, fresh, feminine. You still want to play around that day with your look, with your feel, whatever it is, and you still want to be a little bit creative with yourself. These are the ones that I reach for. Okay, so what I look for on those really hot, muggy days is a few things. It needs to be a bright, uplifting scent. It needs to be refreshing. It needs to be a scent that might have notes or chords that bloom in the heat and hot skin. And it has to be a perfume that isn't too strong or too pungent or too overbearing. Yeah. But at the same time, I am looking for something that is long lasting. Finding that balance of all those things together can be a little bit tricky because there are a lot of really refreshing scents, but they don't tend to last long. And there's a lot of really great refreshing scents, and I will share some of them in other videos. But in this video, I really want to go for the ones that I know I can put on a really hot day and that they'll kind of keep going with me throughout the day. You know what I mean? Before we get into it, please let me know what your hot summer day essential perfumes are. I would love to know. I have to admit, summer perfumes are not my forte, I guess you could say. I'm still getting acquainted with summer perfumes. I'm still trying to broaden my horizon. So typically summer perfumes, there's going to be a lot of green, there's going to be some citrus, there's going to be some fresh aquatic scents, and those are not my biggest loves, but they are the fragrances of summer, and they always will be. They always will be the classics of summer. If you're not already subscribed, feel free to go subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I have some upcoming hauls, really exciting hauls coming up, niche and designer hauls. I went a little bit nuts last month, so you will see everything that is new in my collection. I also have a very exciting video that has to do with all the perfumes that I've actually been wearing in June, and it's a lot. And also I am surprised it is not what I thought. I did not wear the perfumes I thought I was wearing. Or my most worn perfumes in June were not what I would have thought until I did this exercise. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first perfume that I have to share with you is a classic, OG classic for me and for a lot of people, by Paco Rabanne, and this is Olympea. Now I am a little bit biased with this scent because this was one of my first big perfume loves. I went through a lot of samples of it before I actually bought it, and I coveted it for honestly years before I actually bought it. So because of that, it kind of like, that's why I say I'm a little bit biased, in that I'm sure there's other scents that can fit the spot for you. Some that come to mind are Vanilla Vibes by Juliette Has. There is also Kenzo World Power, which is definitely more unisex, definitely leaning more masculine. It doesn't have the florals and is a little bit richer to me. But they all have that similar sort of salty vanilla thing going on, a salty beachy vanilla going on. So there's a lot of fragrances that do that, but Olympea is my OG, is my favorite, is the one that has, you know, it's my first love in that department. And it's still very well loved in the community, so I imagine, you know, it's a solid one. It's a solid one. So there are other salty vanillas out there, but this one is just so timeless and classic and feminine. This is a salty, solar, warm vanilla with a touch of jasmine, touch of white florals, I think it's ginger flower or something, and really beautiful, soft and creamy woody base. Olympea is classified as an amber floral, by the way. Do you guys like it when I mention what it's categorized as. That's something that I haven't done before, but now I'm thinking of like adding that in. Let me know, because I do check it every time I look up a perfume, and I am interested in knowing what it's categorized as. Warm, salty vanilla, a little bit of that warm ginger flower, a little bit of citrus at the top, but very, very just warm, sweet, salty vanilla. Lovely. Effortlessly feminine and sexy. This is something that I would wear on a super hot day when I still want to feel feminine and sexy and girly, but I know I can't get away with wearing any of my best scents. You know what I mean? So that's this one. And I really reserve it for that, for summer. The next two, I feel like I have to mention them together because, yeah, I just have to. These are equally loved, but they are different. Let me tell you about them. I love them. And these are Alien's Mugler Eau Extraordinaire and Mugler Eau Sublime. Here, this one. So Mugler Eau Extraordinaire here. Eau Extraordinaire is classified as a floral, and Eau Sublime is classified as a amber woody fragrance. Eau Extraordinaire has a beautiful citrus opening with creamy tiare in the mid with some ylang ylang, a little bit of pepper. It does have a little bit of that peppery touch in the mid, and a beautiful creamy musky sandalwoody base. It has that beautiful citrus tea opening with the tiare and just a musky base. That's mainly what I get, the tea and the tiare. It's really, really pretty. Definitely a lot more long lasting than other tea scents of that, you know, like of that genre of scent, of citrus scents. It is classified as a floral though, so I will say it is strong on the tiare, it's true, and it's lovely. Honestly, I pick these up interchangeably, okay? This one, Eau Sublime, is definitely much more similar to the original Alien. It has a heavy dose of jasmine. The top has a citrus opening with some galbanum, which is a bitter green sort of herby fougere note, and it also has solar notes, which I tend to really like in perfumes. It depends how it's done. If you also love solar notes and you're intrigued and you kind of want to know more about them, I highly recommend Claire Smith's video on solar notes. Definitely go check that out if you're interested in knowing the more technical sort of science aspects of what solar notes are. Everything is always linked below. If there's anything that I forget to mention, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I do try to keep as many things as possible accessible in the description box below. Both of these have heliotrope in them, but the Eau Sublime has a little bit of cherry blossom, and Eau Sublime also has, while it still does have that tiare with the solar notes, which gives it that really summery feel to it, just like the Eau Extraordinaire, this one also has a heavy dose of jasmine. So it's still a lot more like the original Alien. This one also has some vetiver in the base, so a little bit more earthy, a little bit more grounded. While I do find them to be both very long-lasting, strong fragrances, I do find this one to be a little bit less so than the Eau Sublime, and honestly I think that's just by nature of what kind of fragrances they are. This has the amber woodiness that anchors the scent. This one doesn't have as much of that. It has a little bit of the musk and the sandalwood in the scent. This one is more powdery. So to wrap it up, both of these share that bright solar summery skin scent to them. They're both very obviously like a summery scent and have that solar sort of feel to them, but this one is a little bit muskier, softer, creamier. This one is a little bit sharper, woodier, powderier, a little bit more powdery, slightly louder, slightly sharper. There you go. I love these honestly equally both though, and I have put a dent in both of these in the last couple months. Love these. I will say I tend to reach Eau Extraordinaire for more impromptu outings and what do you call it? I was gonna say les commissions. Errands and such. Whereas the Eau Sublime I do tend to reach for when I want it to last as long as possible. So and that's just because I get an inkling. I feel like I smell this one longer on my skin and on my clothes than I do this one. and I do overspray both of these to get that effect. Next up, we have probably the most hyped up summer scent of the year. I don't know, you tell me, but I fell for the hype, you guys. I totally fell for the hype, and to be honest, the hype came at the right time because I was looking for a scent like this at that exact moment. So I went for it. I did it. I got Florabotanica by Balenciaga a few months ago, and before the hype, I was not sure. I looked at the notes and I was like, it does not look for me, especially with the cannabis note. Nothing against cannabis, but I didn't know that I wanted to smell like cannabis. If you don't know what cannabis smells like, it's green smelling, but it also has a sort of dirty, sour sort of nuance to it, and it can be very earthy. So I did not know that I wanted to smell like that. I could see how some elements of it could be interesting, but I didn't want the dirty, sour part of it, and so I wasn't sure. I heard a lot of reviews. I was like, okay, I'm willing to try for this one because I just want, I'm missing that in my arsenal, that kind of scent and what I was hoping it would be, and it's exactly what I was hoping it would be. It is a very interesting aromatic floral green fragrance, aromatic green rose fragrance with a beautiful vetiver base, very earthy and grounding. I think the rose, there's mint at the top, which to be honest, I guess I detect, but it's just like, to me, no, it's very nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. There's something just very, to me, this is a boss woman scent for the summertime, and I will say I have worn it to work. It lasted all day on the hottest day ever. So this is exactly what I was hoping it would be. Aromatic, green, rose, quite unisex, but still leaning feminine, in my opinion. Yeah, very, I don't know, there's something very secure about this scent, and that's why I say boss woman. I don't want to say austere either, because it's not austere, but it's not a cuddly scent, you know what I mean? But it's also not fleeting. It's grounded, it's strong. Really, really enjoy this. If you hate green fragrances, you're not gonna love this, you know what I mean? This has a beautiful woody ambery base that I love as well. And yeah, so long lasting, very, very like feminine and professional feeling at the same time. Very solid fragrance. Like if I was not sure and I was meeting someone for the first time in the summer, super hot day, this one. Next up, we have a little bit of a different fragrance, and this is by the house of Juliette Has, and this is called Anyway. And Anyway is a very, very, very not a perfume kind of perfume, okay? So if you are expecting a perfume smell, you would be disappointed. You will be disappointed. This is a very molecular sort of fragrance. So it has this je ne sais quoi sort of feeling about it where you don't know exactly what you're smelling. When I spray this on my skin, and I smell it like this, it smells the same, but when I smell it, it's just a very light, citrusy, musky, synthetic musk fragrance that kind of feels like sun-kissed skin to me. It smells a little bit like sun-kissed skin to me. This is not at all feminine or pretty or anything like that. This is a base scent. This is a skin scent. This is something I would wear if I was going on in a super, super hot day. I didn't want to offend anyone at all, but I still wanted to have a little something, just a little something. That's this, okay? Some people, minimalists, might love this as their everyday fragrance. For me, this is an extreme hot weather, can't wear anything else kind of fragrance, and for that reason I really like it on a hot day. Sometimes too, I will just actually start with this one like after a shower before I put on one of my other fragrances. Maybe that's extra, but if you know, you know. So it just has a little bit of lime. It has some hedione in here too, that green floral jasmine and ambroxan. So it's a very synthetic molecular sort of fragrance that might make you feel, you might not even smell it on yourself sometimes, but other people will get little very subtle whiffs of it. So I think that if you're wearing this no one's gonna necessarily think you're wearing perfume. It's one of those, you know what I mean? So definitely great if you're like a healthcare worker, if you're someone who, yeah, if you work with people and you don't want to offend anyone, you don't want to smell strong or anything, I think this would be perfect for that for the summer. And by the way, Juliette Has is classified as a floral woody musk. And then last but not least, I again feel like I need to mention these simultaneously next to each other because I rarely wear them alone, and that is Burberry Her and Ariana Grande's Cloud. These are the fragrances, again, that I reach for when I want to go out on errands. Maybe actually I'm going out for like a nice little casual outing, for a little casual walk with my family, and I just want to feel sweet and nice and pretty and cute for summer. Cute. They're so cute. They are cute. They are cute. But anyway, they're actually even cuter together. These work so well year-round, but especially summertime together. I prefer this one. This one is more summery to me, okay? Because they can both be summery, okay? Because this one has coconut, so that definitely makes it summery. This one has a citrusy strawberry opening that's very like Fruit Loopsy. Fruit loopy. You know, in the sense that like it feels like this amalgam of like different citruses all together, like lemon, all the red fruits, everything all together, like punch, like Fruit Loops. Like it feels a little bit like that, but like strawberry dominated with a beautiful musk. So fruity, musky, sweet, and a little bit creamy. It's almost like strawberries and cream. A little bit. And then this one is lactonic. It has the whipped cream, it has lavender at the top, it has coconut, it has some sandalwood and some musk. The coconut feels a little bit tropical in the summer. This one is creamier, lactonic, and a little bit heavier. So what I like to do in the summer is actually combine both of these. So I actually have the body lotion for both of these scents. So what I'll do is I'll either pair one of them, like let's say I'll start with the body lotion of Burberry Her. I will then top up with, over the body lotion, I will use Cloud, or vice versa. So I'll use the Cloud body lotion and I'll put the Burberry Her on top. Sometimes I just mix both of these perfumes together and I really like it. I really like this combination. Yeah, in the summer, I seem to mostly pair them together instead of just wear them alone. So I wanted to mention that. This one has that musky amberiness. This has the creamy coconut, and together with the fruitiness of the Burberry Her, beautiful hot summer day scent. Super feminine, super pretty, but still airy enough and light enough. And that's the one too that I would wear if I wanted still to wear my gourmand sort of scent, you know what I mean, on the hottest day. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know down below what your favorite hot weather scents are, and next video is a haul. So exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking the video before leaving, and thank you so much for subscribing. Until we see each other again, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.